Live from the KDKA Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is KDKA TV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Justin Stewart.
And I'm Zaria White.
All of Western PA is under a Code Orange Air Quality Action Day. You are urged to set air conditioners at a high temperature, fill your car with gas after dusk, carpool, and reduce errands.
Older people and younger children and those with respiratory problems may be affected by the heat.
The weather is not that great for being outdoors, but if you know of a teenager involved in any contact sport or activity, you may want to listen to Roderick Wilson's report on concussions.
Getting a concussion in a contact sport is a huge national problem. Some of the symptoms are loss of concentration and memory loss, and maybe total dementia at a later age. It has caused some Americans to reconsider what kinds of sports they want to play.
I think it's complicated nowadays. I mean, I did dance growing up, so there really wasn't that much of a risk for a concussion. Yeah. My brothers did swimming. They did football when they were younger.
Krista, a student at the University of Pittsburgh, does not have children, but if she did...
If I were a parent, I think it would be really risky, and I don't know, I'd really have to weigh the options before letting my kid do any kind of contact sport like that, football, basketball, soccer.
Shawnee Doe, also a student of Pitt, suffered a concussion while playing football. His doctor advised him to take it easy.
Stay off your phone, stay off anything, stay out of light, and just like rest, pretty much. Don't really do anything exertive until they say so.
Shawnee suffered from many of the common effects of getting a concussion. Headaches and memory loss can make daily activities very difficult, sometimes very overwhelming. Nearly 300,000 athletes are injured by concussions every year, but only 25% of those injuries are treated by medical personnel. This is Roderick Wilson, reporting from Oakland for KDKA TV News.
Here are some warning signs and symptoms to be on the lookout for a concussion. They include nausea, confusion, feeling pressure in the head, dizziness, and ringing in the ears.
The state attorney general is fighting back against efforts to keep a grand jury report on the alleged child sex abuse in the Catholic Church a secret. Josh Shapiro was ready to release the 800-page report, which covers 6 dioceses, including Pittsburgh and Greensburg. But people who are named in the report filed to keep it from being released, and the state Supreme Court agreed. Shapiro says he'll file an objection to that on Monday. The report is suspected to say that the church officials didn't do enough to protect kids from sex abuse and even covered it up.
And New Paltz is giving top-ranking Pittsburgh roads, but it is not an honor we would like to have.
Right after the break, here are how some residents are dealing with changes to their neighborhood.
How do you pay for the bills and lost wages when you or a loved one has been injured by a product, car, truck, or motorcycle?
An insurance company or corporation may make vague promises and give you a complicated release form to sign.
But you don't have to go it alone. Robert Pearson Associates has more than 20 years' experience helping injured people get fair compensation.
When you've been injured in an accident,
lean on our experience in the law.
Lean on us.
Development and change is nothing new to the city. Residents, as they've seen the move from being a coal city to one of technology and medical advancements. Reporter Zaria White discovered not all change is welcomed.
There's a housing and business boom in some neighborhoods. However, some people don't believe it's happening.
Everybody else that has lots of money move into the city area where they can be close to go to work. They've been doing it for years. You know what I mean? It just took time for them, you know what I mean, each year, to push people away.
One resident, Gary Moore, says 2 areas more than others is showing that change.
Greater downtown now includes the areas of the north side, the hill. You can't touch a home over there for less than $150,000.
That high cost of having a house is causing a bad effect for many who do not have transportation.
Pushing us out in the suburbs.
Residents of those suburbs are now moving back into the city, while city residents can't find a foothold in the community due to their lack of understanding of economics.
Beyond our wildest expectations. So it depends on how you look at it. Now, what needs to happen is people who are living in inner city need to understand capitalism.
With big companies like Amazon and Uber taking interest in the city, gentrification scares residents. I am Zaria White, reporting from Federal Street for KDKA TV News.
Now, some residents are still looking for a place to stay after being displaced with a new housing development being done around the city. U.S. Steel is facing a heavy fine. The Allegheny County Health Department has issued a $1 million enforcement order against U.S. Steel. According to the Health Department, U.S. Steel has not complied with air quality standards at the Clairton Coke Works, and that high levels of dangerous emissions are affecting people's health.
Well, Justin, how was the weather when you came in today?
Wasn't bad. It's been better than it has been lately. Hey, Roderick, what's the weather like?
Thank you, Zaria and Justin. So for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, it's going to be 81 degrees today, with the lows is 60. Thursday's going to be 82, with the lows is 58. Friday, it's going to be 84. It's going to be very low, 69. And for Saturday, it's going to be 85, with the lows is 64. But it's going to bump up again on Sunday, which is going to be 87. It's going to even bump up on the lower side, which is going to be a 67. And last but not least, for Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be 84 and 83. So for pretty much all week, it's going to be all sunny and cloudy from here. Zaria and Justin.
Summer's in full swing, and that means mosquitoes are back. The insects are not only annoying, they can carry deadly diseases and kill people. Now, a Boston doctor is trying to change that. He says he created a new repellent that keeps mosquitoes away for days. It uses natural ingredients, but also contains a special adhesive.
Drivers fear it, mechanics love it, and road departments despise it like sharks on the roadway.
Baseball season is in. The summer swing will update for how the Pirates are doing.
Have you been dreaming of updating your old, outdated windows? Let West Shore bring the beauty back to your home with replacement windows that are well crafted and stylish.
You still have time to call to get 50% off installation and 5 years no interest.
Call this number now or visit westshorehome.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
And if you call right now, you'll get a $250 instant discount with promo code HONOR.
Only at West Shore.
They spring up every winter, and this year, they're worse than ever. As Justin Stewart reports, potholes are no laughing matter.
Potholes are caused by the expansion and constriction of water after it has entered into the ground under the pavement, especially when the water freezes, forcing that expansion.
South side. South side. Yep, going all through the south side. They are trying to make changes, and they're trying to redo the streets, things like that, but it's real bad over there.
There are approximately 33,000 traffic fatalities each year, and poor road conditions have contributed to 1/3 of the accidents.
They are everywhere, everywhere, yeah. I cannot pinpoint to one place.
Actually, it's everywhere. It ain't just over here. It's on the parkway, squirrel everywhere. It's everywhere.
Potholes cost millions of dollars to fix in the state of Pennsylvania. It can cost anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars in vehicle damage.
You don't know what kind of damage it's doing, to the car, till you take it to the shop and get it inspected or something.
Talking to a lot of drivers here locally, they are fed up with paying for damages related to potholes. They want City Hall to do something, but City Hall claims they're doing the best they can. I'm Justin Stewart, reporting from the Hill District for KDKA TV News.
Residents are asked to call the city's 411 number to report any potholes on the roadway. For those doing a lot of driving for summer vacation, expect to pay a little more at the pump. Pennsylvania drivers are paying about $3 a gallon for regular. That compares to $2.43 a gallon at this time last year.
Today is the final day of the Penn's annual Prospect Development Camp at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry. The camp wraps up with a 3-on-3 tournament at 7 o'clock, and it is free to watch for fans to watch the tournament.
You can all take place in some pickleball. 700 athletes will play in the pickleball matches at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center through Sunday. It is a combination of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. The tournament is expected to raise about $30,000 for the Parkinson Foundation of Western Pennsylvania. A $5 donation gives you access to all 3 days of the tournament.
Next, hear how some students are doing in a multimedia program.
And of course, a recap of the weather. Stay tuned.
How do you pay for the bills and lost wages when you or a loved one has been injured by a product, car, truck, or motorcycle?
An insurance company or corporation may make vague promises and give you a complicated release form to sign.
But you don't have to go it alone. Robert Pearson Associates has more than 20 years experience helping injured people get fair compensation.
Well, you've been injured in an accident.
Lean on our experience in the law.
Lean on us.
The Pittsburgh Black Media Federation's Frank Bolden Multimedia Workshop is in its 35th year of giving young people a glimpse into the world of communication.
The workshop, now operating on a Sunday schedule, takes place no matter the size of the class, as special reporter Olga George reports.
Will y'all listen? That's a perfect example of how it's supposed to be done.
For 35 years, the Pittsburgh Black Media Federation has sponsored a journalism and multimedia workshop for high school students who are interested in becoming journalists. Federation President Brian Cook says what they do works.
We've had so many people come through the organization who are Pulitzer Prize winners, in addition to making their way to very reputable organizations all across the country.
Workshop student Zahara White, a student at Obama Academy, says that when she heard about the workshop, she was ready to dive in.
What brought me here was because I wanted to try something new, and I've always been interested in journalism, and this program would give me a feel for what I would want to do with my life.
In addition to teaching aspiring journalists, another mission of the program is to change the way the black community is seen through the lens of the media.
What we try to do is we try to make sure that we increase those numbers, not only on the air or as writers in print or on radio, but in management positions like news directors and producers, to help make sure that there is a balance, especially with the way that African American communities are covered.
Justin Stewart, a student at Chartiers Valley High, says he is ready.
I can handle it, but yeah, at times it does get a little challenging.
The Pittsburgh Black Media Federation Frank Bolden Multimedia Workshop is hosting its smallest class to date. But the students that are attending expect to do great things. I'm Olga George reporting from downtown for KDKA TV News.
Graduation will be held at Point Park University on July 17th.
Where the students' work will be placed on display.
It was so good. We're gonna show it again.
Here's Roderick with the 5-day forecast.
So, for Wednesday, it's going to be 81. For very comfy sun, and it's also going to be 60. Thursday for 82. Friday's 84. Saturday's an 85. Sunday's 87. And Monday is going to be 84 and 83. Now, for wrapping this week's weather, it's going to be very sunny. Very, very sunny. But for Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be exceptionally cloudy. But for the most part, it's going to be a very sunny week on this very hot July. Justin Zaria, back to you.
Thanks, Roderick. That is the news for now. Thank you for joining us.
Get the latest news and weather and sports anytime on your tablet or computer and at kdka.com.
Thanks again for watching. We will see you this afternoon at 4.